Oh man, Black Ops 2 commentary, and only 9 months into the game's life cycle, I think. I don't know. But anyways, what I want to talk about was the COD burnout that happens about the same time every year. In this case, we're starting to learn more details about ghosts, about the dog physics and everything. I think the multiplayer trailer is coming out in, what is it, like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. And this is around the time when people stop losing interest in the current game and start getting really hyped for the one coming out. So it's a little bit different for me this year, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, in that I am not interested in ghosts at all. And this is regardless of how good Ghost is going to end up being, who knows. But I'm just not really excited for it. I'm not going to get it at launch. I might not get it at all, just kind of depending on what other games are out at the time and, other circumstances. So, and the reason for that is not necessarily because this game is terrible in isolation, because it's really not. They've done a lot of good things with it, but for me, this is the third year in a row that I've sunk a pretty decent amount of time into a COD game. For this, I have about 15 days played. Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3 are about the same, if not more. So put quite a lot of time into these games, and it's just, for me, the way the franchise operates, and that is always to take 2 steps forward and 3 or 4 steps back. So for example, in this game, they updated the score streak system, which is cool. But then they took out the ability to have specific score streak loadouts for each class. Why they did that, I don't know. I mean, it's clear that they were listening to community feedback, so I'm not sure who was telling them that they needed to get rid of that feature. Things like that are just really odd to me. Again, they took out stuff like death streaks and second chance, which is cool. But there's still cheesiness in the game, because really at the end of the day, it's the engine allows you to kill people in 2 to 3 bullets. Just the mechanics of the game are just all about being able to kill people very quickly. So regardless of how much they try to change, stuff like that, death streaks, whatever, try to widen the skill gap or anything, this game is just not the kind of game that takes a lot of skill to kill people in. And so it's always going to be cheesy regardless of what they do with it, unless they start, I guess, increasing player health or reducing the damage or something like that. But, and it's not really, in this case, it's not really like Treyarch's fault, I guess, or Infinity Ward's, because I know that I'm sure there's a lot of pressure from Activision to keep the games with a certain amount of mainstream appeal, because that's what makes it so successful, especially compared to something like, say, Battlefield, which is, more quote-unquote realistic, but it's just not as easy to pick up and play, so it's just not as successful as a franchise. And that's kind of what Call of Duty sort of prides itself on, I guess, is just being a really successful franchise for people of all, whatever, skill levels, ages, whatever you want to call it. So I know that really, regardless of what they do, there's never really going to be drastic changes. At least I don't think there will be. And more than anything, the one thing I want, and this is, goes beyond just like certain guns or kill streaks, maps, whatever, is for me, I just want more consistency in these games, and I don't know if that will really ever happen because of, again, the mechanics of it, right? So and that's kind of been the issue for however long this franchise has been around, is just a lack of consistency. You use the same loadout against the same lobby. One game you'll do really well, the other game or the next game you'll do really poorly, and there's just no really rationalizing it. There's just nothing that makes sense about it, but it's just how it happens, So anyways, it's not really gonna be the end of COD for me. I'll still play this game. It's still fun to pick up and play, and the reason that I've been playing it for so long anyways is because I have friends who play, and we just get together and shoot the shit and whatever. It's just, you don't have to think that hard to play this game. So, and that's not really going to change either, I don't think. So, but really, until this game gets more consistent, they make some more drastic changes, I don't know if I'll ever have as much fun as I did, say, with Black Ops 1. But anyways, thanks for listening, and peace outie.